Awake Festival Report cu Bogdan Șerban și Gilda Comârzan.
Și toată trupa Triggerfinger. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Actually, welcome to Romania, and thank you for those 21 years of Triggerfinger music that I've aired on the radio. Really.
Thank you very much.
Let's get off the musical topic. Has your life been affected in any way by the terrorist attacks that took place in Belgium last year?
I think everyone's life is influenced
Affected.
by that. Yeah, affected anyway. But I think the only thing you can do is just continue what you're doing, you know.
True.
And make nice things, music, art, every form.
But in your opinion, is contemporary music still holding on to a national identity? Is it influenced by the artist's geographical position, or is globalized now?
I guess it's a little it's influenced by everything actually, because of course the world is, I guess, opened up a little more than it used to be, but still you live where you live and you have your friends and your family and your stuff around you and stuff that goes well around you and stuff that goes bad around you. So everybody has got their own happiness and sadness, so that'll influence you, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think artists should be more active when it comes to shifting the world? Having this access to the public, should they try to preach tolerance?
I don't know if you can deliberately have an influence in shifting the world. I think you got to make good music, and sometimes it might shift the world, sometimes it might not. But you know, everybody should do what they want. If that's your goal and that you want to make music like that, you should. Because some people are great in writing and playing protest songs that are very out there and very peculiar about stuff, and it's great. But not everybody has that talent, or just makes different stuff. But it might shake the world in different things. It's just important that you make stuff, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Do you believe in good music or bad music?
In every music.
Can you give me an example?
What is good music and what is bad
No,
music?
all right.
It's a
Music
very-
music with message and music.
Maybe without?
I mean, you never know. Maybe something that you don't like has a message to someone else.
True.
And
Yeah, that's true.
that's it. And who are we to have a big opinion on what we like? Or
We
what
are consumers.
Yeah, no, I
Sure.
know, but everyone is consuming everything.
Yeah.
So it's. I think it's. You have to go with your own feeling, I think, and decide for yourself instead of deciding for someone else. And no one can choose what you like or what that doesn't like. I mean,
And it's not that if the song or movie or whatever doesn't have a message like up front in it, that it's bad. You know, a song like Biba Balula, She's My Baby by Gene Vincent is a great song, and it brings joy to people. You know,
Yeah, it's
and
fun.
you can relate a lot to that. It can be about a girl, it can be about a guy who wants a girl who thinks that in his head. You know, there's a lot of ways. If it sparks your imagination, then it's fine. If it makes you dream, if it makes you, run around, just go up to a guy or a girl and ask her to dance, whatever. It's all good stuff. Yeah.
That actually was a great lesson about how to listen, how to
Listen to
consume the
music,
music.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no worries. Everybody should find their own way and kind of.
Of course, I think it's good that you listen a lot to Triggerfinger. The rest is-
Absolutely. That's the first.
Here, yeah.
That's the
That's the first lesson, actually. Yeah.
there are a lot of messages in there.
What's your favorite message to deliver
Yeah.
from Triggerfinger?
Sorry?
What's your favorite message to deliver from Triggerfinger to the audience?
Joy?
Yeah. Okay.
Joy in everything or in everyone?
Joy as
maybe?
the religion.
Yeah.
I don't
Do you
have
mean in lyrics or do you mean in what way?
In lyrics, yeah.
In lyrics?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a deliberate message in the lyrics, or it's not intended to be
Okay.
like that. But I write about stuff, and of course, things that happen will find their way, and or frustrations or stuff that makes you happy. But it doesn't need to be upfront in the song that it's about something. It's nice that people can take it away and it, you know, when you write a song and you put it on an album and you put it out there, or it's on a streaming platform, it's not our song anymore. It's the song belongs to the people, and they can listen to it and they can interpret that song the way they want, and that's the cool thing about it.
Good philosophy, actually. Do you think that the music genre is of any importance nowadays, or this is something that only critics and music journalists are still caring about?
I think
The music genre.
I think it's always necessary, and it's always
Why?
why. Because there's an evolution in music. It has been through the years in pop and rock music or whatever, and it's changing. And all the time, people said before, rock and roll is dead, or that kind of music is dead, and it's not. It's coming back, or it depends on the people. Sometimes people just, maybe it's not really like hip anymore, but it might be that there's a huge audience that still loves that kind of music. So I don't believe in things that are disappearing. I mean, people make music like they want to make music, and there's not a stamp on it that says, oh, this is the music for now.
It's like in history, you know, we've seen it when you had the hippies in the 60s and beginning of the 70s, and then you had a counterwave of the punks that were fed up with you know, that kind of stuff. And it doesn't mean that, you know, the music, the flower power music, it's all bad. No, but it's kind of cool that you have a counter movement with people that find something else to do and find a new way of expressing themselves, and it goes on like that. That's the music history for you. You know, there's a wave coming with people that discover something that's new or whatever at that time that kind of reflects what happens, and then after that, you know, young people get fed up with it and like, that's your music, I'm gonna do something else. And that's so cool that you got actions and reactions, and it's going on for this decade.
And then they start to mix it.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always been like that. You know?
Absolutely.
been like that, yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool. It's great.
You can say music is the same, but the drugs are different.
I don't know.
They're worse.
Yeah, true.
From what it looks like,
But the sex was better.
Yeah.
Probably. When you get in your 60s,
when
it's
yesterday,
not really that.
Wow. All right. You have a summer full of concerts. What part do you prefer? The concerts, the roads, or the locking up in the recording studio?
The interviews.
Come on.
Both. I think both.
yeah, they keep each other in balance, because it's a completely different dynamic being in a studio and recording an album. It's a concentrated thing, and it's more of an inward kind of dynamic. And if you finish the music and you get the album out and you go on the road and you play it live, it's an outgoing dynamic, because you push the music out through the speakers, and it's both great. It's nice to be back and kind of write new songs when you've been on tour for a long while, because it gives you something new to play, you know. And if you put the new songs next to the older ones also, it seems like they get a new jacket and they sound a little different and whatever.
New
So
life.
it keeps the whole thing fresh, like once in a while,
All right.
I guess.
I've kept on listening to your album, Colossus, but I've constantly been going back to that'll be the day. Does it have any story, that song?
There's a lot of stories, you know, in that song, because it took a while for that song to kind of get where it was, because it was a cool idea, and we played it on guitar. I played it on guitar at first, but it didn't seem to click, and it kept being separate cool ideas. It was a cool guitar idea, and the drums were cool, and the bass was cool, and the vocals was cool, but it didn't connect to a cool song altogether. And at that album, there's a couple songs played with two basses instead of a bass and a guitar, and that kind of opened up things a little bit, and we recorded in the studio with guitars and bass, and then one morning it didn't catch well. The next morning we came in, we said like, why don't we try to play it also with two basses instead of a guitar? Whoa. And it kind of clicked, and I play the same chords, but when you have two basses playing it, of course Paul is the bass player. It's obvious. That's what he does, but playing a guitar part, a melody on a bass, it opens up things, and you don't play chords, but you play a melody against the bass melody and against the vocal melody, and that's... there's no rules, because we didn't know that it was going to happen like that, but that's the cool thing. There's no rules, and you got to figure it out, and you got to try stuff and throw stuff at it, and a lot of times it doesn't work, but you got to turn it upside down, shake it, trample on it, dance on it, whatever, throw it to the wall, and once in a while something sticks, and then it clicks together, and that's the cool stuff.
This sounds like a masterclass. Thank you for this lesson.
We don't know shit, man. We just try. We just like kick it and whatever. We just say what happens.
And then we wrote down the notes.
Yeah.
And then we wrote down the notes.
So maybe you can repeat everything now.
Yeah.
We'll try to remember
it. Do this in Romanian to the audience.
No, it's okay for them. Finally, we have this column here called Stand-Up Poetry. Actors and directors are reading and reciting poems and even songs lyrics. But can you please recite some of your lyrics for us? Recite. Yeah, I have this jingle.
Stand up.
I know, it's hard, I know.
No, I'm not going to recite. I'm going to recite something else if it's okay by you.
It's a big surprise for us.
Yeah,
thank you.
Love letter.
It actually is a love letter, and I sent it to my wife the other day.
Wow.
Because the thing with, but I gotta find it. Hold on.
All right.
The thing with song lyrics is they stick to the music, and some lyrics you can take out of the music, but usually they do something together. So that's why it's more useful to maybe read something that is meant to be only the words.
Lula, she's my baby.
I have never read this poem out loud, and the guy uses strange sentence kind of constructions, so I might stumble and fall and have to get back up again. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's try this. I'm glad, and very merrily my forth will cure the laziest self of weary, the hugest sea of shore, so far your nearness reaches. A lucky fifth of you turns people into each, and cowards into grow. Our cants were born to happen, our mosts have died in more. Our 20th will open wide, a wide open door. We are so both and one full. Night cannot be sky. Sky cannot be so. Sky cannot. Damn, I don't have my glasses. Sky cannot be so sunful. I am through you, so I.
Wow.
It's a poem by E. Cummings.
Wow. Wow. What else can I say? Thank you, guys. And I invite our audience to your gig tonight.
Absolutely.
Please do.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Ladies
Everybody's
and gentlemen,
welcome.
you are all welcome tonight on the main stage. Triggerfinger. I don't know what time.
20, 30.
Okay, it's like 22...
10:30.
Oh, 10:30. All right. There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Triggerfinger at 10:30 on the main stage. And we're looking forward to this amazing gig on this amazing festival. And please wake up, because you have to be awake, because Triggerfinger is gonna make you awake.
Come and see this. Come and see this.
All right.
You hear? Mario's going to be very good tonight. You can tell.
All right. Thank you, Triggerfinger.
Thanks for having us.
Awake Festival Report cu Bogdan Șerban și Gilda Comârzan.